And I'm sitting there like, wrong. This has exactly to do with women. Because the key is it has had to do with women for the last 15 years. That is exactly the problem. There was a tournament for 40k dollar prize pool, right? For the new Deadpool character. And there was a guy called Kingsman, and he was in a team with 3 women, I believe, and 2... I don't even know. At least there's 3 women. And basically there was one of them who was playing Black Widow, and Black Widow in the current meta is just not good, right? Because it's all about diving in and stuff. And he told him very politely, and was just said, I actually want to win this because I need to pay for my college, right? So I could really use the money from winning this. So can we please play a composition that works, right? Because Black Widow clearly isn't working. And he even said it then after they were playing a game and they refused to do it. He went 18-2 with Magic, and the Black Widow player, the other girl, went 0-5. 0. So not even an assist, nothing. Just completely destroyed. And he said then basically, see, case in point, it doesn't work. Can we please do something else? And they came up with all sorts of other reasons, and they basically told him to shut the fuck up. And they went very toxic on him, super toxic, to an extent where they actually also got to the host of the event and got him kicked out of the event. Crazy shit. But the key thing is this. Now there is such a massive backlash after this surfaced that these ladies are completely destroyed. Their career is like over. Now I'm not actually a fan of cancel culture, right? Here is basically in part what happened. But this was really very well deserved. Right? At 300,000, I think it was already 1 million views, I believe. And because after this came out, everyone called out the women for being toxic and absolutely sucking at the game, and then still calling him out and bullying him, even though he just wanted to make money for his college. And I found it to be interesting because of the gender dynamics here, right? It was a guy who was telling women if they could, he was very polite and nice, if they could please change their play so we can win this. So he didn't care about them being women, he just wanted to win. He actually was friends with one of them before that, very good friends. He was actually happy she was on his team. There was a clip of that as well, right? So completely all fine. And then they heckled him the entire time. And there's such a massive backlash now against this that he has now 27,000 viewers on his stream. He has 100,000 followers on Twitch. Like, it's blew up completely and blew right in their face. And even Most Critical here had made a video about it. And it's crazy. But the key thing why I mentioned this is, first, I like this timeline a lot because finally the time is over of these obnoxious, self-aggrandizing, hyper-inflated ego, toxic feminine women canceling people, men especially, for no reason other than because their ego is hurt, because they actually suck at the game, and there was all reason to do this, and it's not working. They even got her canceled from her sponsors, right? Like Corsair or whatnot, I think. Was it Corsair? I don't know. They basically said we don't want to support this kind of negative environment in gaming, and that's why she's gonna be removed from them as a sponsor and whatnot. All the kind of things. This is blowing up in their face completely, right? And they tried an apology, which people have said is probably written by AI by the looks of it. Also, and he was actually not apologizing really. It was just basically shifting blame and gaslighting and all this. It's all insanely crazy. And the key thing why I mentioned this is because there were a bunch of women that said, female gamers, that said, this is so sad for us because these 3 stupid toxic women have now set female gaming back for like 10 years. And this has nothing to do with women, etc. And everyone who is actually putting this on women is like a misogynistic asshole or whatnot. And I'm sitting there like, wrong. This has exactly to do with women. Because the key is it has had to do with women for the last 15 years. That is exactly the problem. These toxic kind of women had so much power over the last 15 years and women basically even getting people cancelled and with rape accusations and whatnot in streaming, and all this kind of shit happened. It is the women. It was the women. The man didn't do this. It was the women. So it's absolutely their fault. And the fact that she is actually hiding behind her gender there is even more stupid. When she said it has nothing to do with women, please don't make it about women. Nobody did actually in the first place, which is kind of funny. She brought it up. And I bring it up. Because like I don't like the gender war that is existing, right? Because I actually want men and women to work together. And it's also totally fine for me when some women are in gaming, that's cool. The problem is if everything is geared towards them when they are still a minority. Once you get to a 50% or something, then we can change things up for all I care, right? But it's still 80 to 90% men that play these kind of games, right? And when they say there's 50% of women playing in their studies, it's because they play Candy Crush. And this is not even fake, this is truly what's happening. And so the reason I also bring this up is because I actually got cancelled in the past. Funnily also from a Marvel game. It was a Marvel Snap at the time. I was a Snap streamer in the past. There's still some videos online on my channel. You can even find the one video where I talk about this, where I got cancelled. I think it's No Cocks Allowed or something it's called in Marvel Snap. And the reason at the time was because there was also a tournament, as always. And there was a woman streamer complaining why there are not more women in the roster for who could play the tournament, right? It was only like one or something, and she basically blamed Marvel or the devs for being basically not inclusive enough and all that kind of shit. And I posted at the time underneath saying, well, it probably doesn't have anything to do with the gender, it has to do with the fact that these people are just very good at the game and this is why they are in the tournament, or they have the most viewer count, right? Ensue the hate train that came upon me on Twitter at the time, right? Now, I didn't give much of a fuck about it. I did quit Marvel Snap later, not because of that, but because I was really just bored with it. And the fact that there were so many sims coming after me, male streamers, and they were openly racist against white guys as well, which was kind of crazy to me, and nobody cared. But it was at the height of that time. And so for me now, seeing the exact opposite of the woman getting shit on because of what she did, because of her actions, right? It's just the consequences to your actions. It does feel good. It does feel good. There is finally some justice. And again, I don't actually want people to be cancelled over stuff they say, even though these people are truly like toxic, right? I just want women, this is why I bring it up again, especially in the gaming community, to learn to fucking behave. Especially on Twitch. Like, there are so many men that have to have self-censor themselves, what they say, and have to be walking on eggshells on Twitch to not say the wrong thing. And women are half naked, with their tits out, their thongs out, and saying all this racist and sexist stuff, and it's all fine. And that's just not cool. And I like that this is finally changing. And this is why I said it is the women. It truly is. It's not just these toxic ones, it's also the other ones. There may still be some good ones, right? And I'm not trying to put all women down. But the fact that there's a huge imbalance that nobody is addressing is kind of crazy to me. But yeah, it is changing. And again, in the end, I want actually to be both genders to just play the games they like and stream however they like, except like not half naked, because that's obviously actually against the TOS. And I wish Twitch would actually be about gaming again, mostly, but whatever. This is where I want to get to, but of course first some things have to be cleared out and some people have to be called out. Very simple in my eyes.